Namaste. Greetings for the Independence Day of India. This is also the birthday of my dear friend colleague Jokin Arpithan. So I want to pay a tribute to that. There is also 15th of August 1947. It may be the Independence Day for India, but it was a partition day for Bharat, as we know, the great nation. It was divided, and some of the images, some of the the pictures of the partition are associated with millions of people going from one side to other, and the massacre which followed. Those images for me are something similar to the great exodus we saw from the city because of the corona lockdowns, and millions who were in the city stranded. They actually had to walk for miles to. So this pictures of the partition in 1947, where I was not present, to me resonate with the pictures, the images which I saw of the people, their exodus from the city because of the coronavirus. And that's the reason I attribute this this fasting, the hunger fasting which I am starting at the stroke of midnight, 15th of August morning or 14th of August night. I am starting my fasting from the Gandhi statue, the Gandhi Garden, which is part of the Union Square. It's a hunger fast. It's not a strike. It's not a Amaran Anshan. Yes, it is Amaran, but this is Satyagraha. This is my compulsion for truth. I am fasting. I am conducting this Satyagraha to bring attention to the simple self-help tools we have for protecting ourselves from this pandemic, and we cannot leave anybody behind. And with very simple proven tools like the soap water, like the scarf face covering, which are universal, which are free, we can protect ourselves. Second thing, I wanted to send the message via my hunger fasting is about sustainability and the yoga mats. So the United Nations has the World Yoga Day pegged with the United Nations sustainability goals. However, this the most ubiquitous symbol of yoga, which is the yoga mats, are plastic. They are toxic, and they are the most unsustainable things to represent the United Nations Sustainability Development Goal. And again, that's actually unnecessary. Why the government of India and the United Nations knowingly, they've been informed, I've been informing them from the first World Yoga Day. All the world leaders, all the yoga leaders, the gurus, all the officials, authorities, and still we have these completely unsustainable yoga mats continuing. The plastic, mats are continuing when we have a very simple alternative, which is, like the Gandhi shows us the way, the khadi or the home spun handloom industry, which makes, people make their own scarves and gamchas and bed sheets and towels and mats. And this is very prevalent all across Asia, all across India, all across Africa, all across Americas. Everybody has these traditions of weaving. It's a cottage industry, and they make very sustainable, very organic, very functional products. Talk about t-shirts, talk about caps, all kind of these yoga products, you know, and all kind of other things, which are, it's really not necessary to actually go out and sort of, get this toxic and non-sustainable stuff when you actually have something better, cheaper, and responsive to nature. So what we have is these yoga mats, which are locally produced, and they just function. You don't even have to dispose of your old yoga mats. You can just lay these right on top of them, so then you don't have the problem of disposal. So this is a very well thought of sustainable systems for the industry. These are the targeted solution for the sustainable development goals. That's what we are talking about, and that's the reason I'm taking this satyagraha. So not only the pandemic, but also the entire economy, which we need to open up, and we need to bring it back. That's the reason I am sitting on a hunger fast. That's my satyagraha. So I just wanted to put this live. I'm gonna be starting in the middle of night, at the stroke of midnight, from the Gandhi Garden. Please study, please share, and please support my satyagraha. There is a long email with many photographs. There is a post in my Facebook. You will see it right on the top. This satyagraha, not only this is hunger fasting, but it is also gonna be silent. What that means is I would not be speaking. So that will be my last live spoken video for you, where I'll be talking to you. So that will be at the midnight in New York, but as it says, at the stroke of midnight, when the world sleeps, a nation is gonna rise. Hey, when it was midnight in India or Pakistan and Bangladesh and Nepal, Bhutan, Tibet, this hour was not of independence of Bharat. It was the partition of India. And at that time in United Kingdom, the British Empire, they were sipping tea, and they were going for their cucumber sandwiches. It was evening there. And same way in New York, it's at the when 15th of August morning or 14th of August midnight in New York City, it's gonna be 9:30 in the morning, in India. So that will be my last live podcast, again on Facebook. We are trying that this will simultaneously on LinkedIn and YouTube, because that's the new corona normal. We want to sort of communicate with you, and we want to draw your attention to these corona weapons of mass protection, or the WMPs, the simple self-help tools to protect yourself. We cannot leave anybody behind. Everybody must have the soap. Everybody must have a face cover, whatever face cover you use. Even if you cover your mouth like this, that works. But face cover, the gamcha, the scarf, something which Modi wears. Prime Minister of India, Narendra Modi, he will be addressing us from the Red Fort. He'll be announcing the new missions. He will be taking the assessments of the Clean India mission, the river rejuvenation mission, housing for all missions. But at the same time, he probably will be also announcing the new policy, the new education policy, or such. So what I'm trying to do here is, draw your attention to some of these universal things which we need to do and protect ourselves and protect others. At the same time, you know, targeted solutions for sustainability. It's very easy. Come 2nd of October, when we are celebrating 150 years of Gandhi, I want to start some marches, just like Gandhi did the Dandi March. He did the Salt Satyagraha. The movement for sustainability was Khadi. To make own things. He will make his own loincloth. He'll make his own bed sheet. He'll make his own towel. Sorry. He'll also clean his own toilet. And he'll clean others' toilets too. So that's exactly what I'm following, because this yoga mats or yoga shirts, I made this myself. So what is actually happening is a lot of these products, can support the local economy. They can support the local population, and then, we don't have to sort of worry so much about this pandemic pounding down on us. So see how these two things are related. How you protect yourself from COVID, very simply. Just go to my writing, just go to my Facebook post, and you will see all of these links. Links to the weapons of mass protection, the link to the WMPs, the link to the how you make your sustainable product, how you support your local small and medium scale industry, how you become Atmanirbhar, how you sort of have the targeted approach to the United Nations Sustainable Development Goals. So this is not very difficult. This is all we can do. Then this biggest problem of pollution. So we're gonna take these mini marches. What we're gonna do is we're gonna walk to the store, to the shop. We're gonna return our waste, the mixed waste, to the retailer. Return to retailers. That's what new hashtag I have launched. You will see it in my post, and then you will see it in my blogs, as I update it. See, I'm gonna be silent, but I'm not. You would not bring down my voice. I'll be writing. So this new hashtag is return to retailers, and I have another hashtag. You're gonna love this. It's called Make a March. So this march, with all this mixed trash we have, our batteries, our plastic packaging, and then all this telephone, smartphone chargers, and all kind of stuff, your shaving razors, we have no idea what to do with that, right? So just return it to retailer, let it go back to the manufacturers. They have the entire supply chain and logistics and the management worked out. What happens is, the delivery man comes to your door, he goes back empty. The truck goes back empty. You go to a mall or you go to your bodega or your kirana dukan, and they have the entire system. So they put the different products on the shelf, and these trucks go back empty. They go back to their warehouse, they go back to the manufacturers empty. So what they can do is they can actually take this, and they can happily take this. That logistic, that supply chain is actually already worked out. But half of that part is redundant. And what you're gonna do is, see, this is a sustainable solution. You're gonna make it efficient. And then what is your trash or what is everybody else's trash and a problem for the municipal, services and problem for the world is actually that trash is a treasure. If it reaches to the those manufacturers, it reaches to those people who are making these products, they can actually, they can figure it out, because this is a mix of components, they can figure it out, what to do for what, and then also like do the innovation, so that they don't do this planned obsolescence in which they design the things so that they wear and tear and they go defunct, so that you have to buy more. See, they are blaming and shaming us, the citizen, for like all these plastic straws and plastic bags and whatnot. They put some carrot, they put some stick, they say, okay, 10 rupee, 10 paisa for the plastic bag, a dollar for the sustainable bag. All that is, you just stop making those packaging, and stop making those products which are unsustainable, and we'll stop consuming it. We will, so basically you do this mini march, maybe to the door, to the delivery man, or you just like go to the corner store. See, you are also going empty handed when you are purchasing something. If you are driving to the mall, you are just going empty handed. So what actually happens is, take your trash with you, return it to retailer, make a mini march, make the door trash, or whether that's your corner store, take all of that trash. These empty trucks can take it back. It's gonna work beautifully for the supply chain and the logistics system. And then the manufacturers can figure out, the product developers can figure it out, what to do with that, whether to sort of reuse, recycle, repurpose, or dump it in the landfills, pile up in the mountains of garbage, channel it to our streams, pollute our rivers, and then our oceans. So basically, when we talk about the United Nations Sustainable Development Goal number 12, which says responsible consumption and production, I rephrase this. I say the United Nations Sustainable Production and Consumption, because that production is coming first. As soon as the industry start draining their affluents to the rivers and to the oceans, nature has the self-cleansing mechanism. As soon as we stop dumping the affluents in the river, 40% of the cleaning will start that day. And Pete Seeger, who cleaned up the Hudson River, and the Earth Institute, we have demonstrated that you start dumping into the river, and then in the 40% of the cleanup will start that day, will happen that day, when we stop dumping. Then it took 40 years for the Hudson River to come into that pristine stage we New Yorkers all enjoy. So you understand, this is all because of this cycle of production and consumption, and we can conquer this. We can stop the climate change. We can stop this pollution in our atmosphere. We can make our lives better. We can make our lives we can take that trash out of our minds, which is coming from the TV and the reality shows and the internet. We can have a sustainable lifestyle, and all we have to do is do these mini marches. So from 2nd of October, which is the 150th birth anniversary of Mahatma Gandhi, let's start practicing now to do these mini marches. Return to the retailer, make these mini marches, take your mix of waste to these retailers. They have the capacity, they have the logistics, they have the supply chain, they have the management, they have the acumen, they have the money, they have the presence, they have the innovation to deal with that. Your store people gonna love you for that. Your product manufacturers are gonna love you for that. So let's do that. Let's make that mini marches. And now you know why I am sitting on this satyagraha, because when I'm at a loss of words over here, and but I think you're getting what I'm trying to convey. And I many of time, like you look at Nelson Mandela, you look at Cory Booker, maybe like some people like Kejriwal, or we have people like Karunanidhi, whose fasting start with the breakfast, and then it ends by the lunchtime. So there are many ways of fasting. Even Jesus, Yesu Christo of Nazareth, Yesu or Jesus, the Lord, he used to fast. Gautam Buddha used to fast. So this is not just a religion. If we look at Islam, there is a 40 days of fasting. The holy month of Ramazan. So this is not something religious. This is not a protest. This is not a something just out of whack. This is also for me an exercise to feel that hunger. I already did a 27-day fasting, which started on the Memorial Day, the day when George Floyd was murdered by police brutality. We know after that what is happening. So, those were protests, that's activism. Occupy Wall Street, that is activism. This is also some sort of activism, but this is a peaceful Gandhian way of conveying. So I want to reach out to Donald Trump to make America great again. Let's make this world great again. I think we can do that. Donald Trump used to be my client. I am an architect. And this is very amazing, but the Trump Tower in Manhattan, or the Trump Tower which was coming across United Nations, or the Soho Hotel. I was planning board member, Manhattan Community Board. So that's how I know Trump as he's a very good developer, he's a very good builder, and as a president, he's very powerful. To start the wars, but at the same time, start the peace. And, he is a person, who can contain this pandemic, contain corona. He's very open to a wide variety of remedies which are available, whether that's, some medicine from somewhere, or so just like, the Prime Minister of India, Modi, is very proactive. He's wearing the mask, he's wearing the gamcha. He's wearing that scarf, which is locally produced. And that's exactly what I'm trying to do. I'm also trying to draw attention of Cory Booker, who sat down on a 10-day fast. And just like John Lewis said, let's make some good trouble. So, with all of those great people behind me, I want to start my satyagraha at the stroke of midnight, which is the Independence Day of India and the partition of Bharat. I will be starting. I'll be silent. But remember, return to retailers and make a march. Arm yourself with the weapons of mass protection and leave nobody behind. Namaste. Jai Hind. And God bless America. Thank you. Again, in my Facebook post, you will see all these references, what I'm talking about, which I'm not, when I go silent, which I will not be able to talk about. However, all of this, all the references, all the website, all my blogs, which are on LinkedIn, I'll be writing a lot more on LinkedIn. I'll be updating this daily. These are actually, a lot of these blogs are not static. You may think that you are reading the same thing again, but these are actually dynamic links. I have embedded dynamic links from CDC, from WHO, some of the greatest analytical companies, some of them I've actually worked with. And they are dynamically uploading their websites with a county data, what are the cases, or like, pioneers in cure, the scientists, they are actually updating every day the science of coronavirus. As we know, there is Q computing, the quantum computing, which is fueling the research, of the genome and the cancer cells and the virus cells. So everybody is doing something. Whether you are a poet, whether you are an artist, whether you are an entertainer, whether you are a scientist, whether you are a surgeon, whether you are a doctor, we are all in this together. We cannot leave anybody behind. Whether you are a president of India, or you are a princess of Sweden, or like Boris Johnson or Bolsonaro of Brazil, we know that everybody can get this virus. This virus is mutating. It's what that means, mutating. You can actually go to my blog, and then there is a video in that which says signs of coronavirus. What it means is this virus is now gonna stay with us. The humanity will have to deal with this virus from for the years to come, even when we have the vaccine. This is gonna stay with us, so we have to deal with this. We have to sort of develop our mechanisms, our to deal with this this situation. And what gonna happen is, like, you can look into my blog, and these are all dynamic links which all these scientists or artists are updating. So even though, like, you are going to that same link on my LinkedIn, or the same blog on my LinkedIn, but this is dynamically updated. So you always gonna get new information. For example, like, there is a video which is live on TV, and in simple Hindi, like, it answers all the corona questions of all the people who are asking all kind of questions. It answers those questions. So not only like we have this in English, we also have in Hindi. This is something which is latest, continuously updated information. It's verified, fact-based advice. And as you will see in my blogs, United Nations Department of General Communication, DCG, UNDCG, actually has a way to sort of verify all the information. So this is, we are registered with the United Nations Department of, all the WHO, CDC. We have a hotline with a lot of these scientists. We have a hotline with a lot of the IAS officer, the administrative authorities. And through this process, via this online working, within India and United States and Europe, we have created these consortiums so that, I can confidently talk to you and tell you that, hey, go to this blog and you can protect your life, you can become productive, you can help your family, you can help your neighborhood, you can reopen your businesses, and let's build back better. Let's build back better. Leave nobody behind. Let's build back better, and return it to retailers. Make a march. That's all. Bye now. Hope to see you at the stroke of midnight. That is gonna be the New York or the Eastern United States hour of 12 in the midnight of 14th, morning of 15th, 12 at dot 12, I'll have my last spoken live telecast. In India, it's gonna be 9:30 in the morning. We'll be already raising our flags, and we already having our Prime Minister speak from the Red Fort. However, you can actually figure out and share with your friends, share with your loved ones, the timing, etc. And I hope to see you at my final live cast when I start my fast.